Hello you guys, this is Jessica from A Diamond and a Sticks YouTube channel. If this is the first time you've been to my channel, welcome. Today we're going to be going over an introduction to this character here on the video game called Dead by Daylight. It is a horror video game and I play on this person's Steam account right now, and I also use all their other resources right now. This is how I have this character dressed, and her name is Taurie Cain. If I'm not pronouncing it right, I'm sorry. She is prestiged to a level 10. The last time we did a video, we went over Trevor Belmont, but today it's Taurie Cain. Let's go ahead and start reading her bio together. Taurie Cain. Taurie Cain was born and raised in a suburb outside Glasgow with her older brother, Evan. Unusual for Scotland, the kids were homeschooled, but by all appearances seemed perfectly average. In truth, they were quite the opposite. Her parents were part of a secret society, and Taurie and Eowyn were raised to be acolytes. I don't know if I pronounced this right, I'm sorry if I don't, of the same clandestine cult. The disciples of the Black Talon. This mysterious cabal has existed for centuries and worships an ancient deity that exists in another dimension. They call the deity the Black Talon and believe it is somehow helping humanity transcend mortal existence. Vincent Cain was a professor of archaeology. Rachel Cain taught anthropology. Family vacations took them all over the world, but instead of theme parks, they visited the historical sites of ancient civilizations, like the site of the world's oldest megaliths and Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, where ancient cultists boiled the flesh off decapitated heads and carved mysterious symbols into the skulls. Locations like this had areas that overlapped with the Black Talon's realm, and they called those overlaps the Bleed and Believe. Secret knowledge and technology is hidden by ascended disciples from advanced worlds to be discovered. Excuse me. But the Bleed holds many dangers, both physical and philological, and those who venture inside wear special armored hazmat suits as a defense against those perils. Though no one really knows how much protection they actually provide, the disciples of the Black Talon built an underground complex near each Bleed they discovered, complete with living quarters, storage areas, and laboratories. When Vincent Cain entered the Bleed at Gully, Taurie, and Eowyn were mere fledglings. And when he didn't return, his wife went after him and disappeared as well. Desperate to find their parents, Taurie and Eowyn snuck into a chamber, but soon realized there were no hazmat suits left. There was only one of the original suits, like an old diving suit, with a connecting air tube which didn't fit her. But she refused to abandon her parents and decided to enter the bleed without a suit. Elwyn was too afraid to follow. Taurie found madness in the bleed, and savagery and honor, blood-curdling shrieks and ferocious growls, and something slithering in and out of the shadows. She could feel the eyes of predators as they hunted her in this strange, timeless place where two realities folded into one. Struggling to keep her fear under control, she came across pieces of a bloody hazmat suit. She found no body, just hunks of hair, chunks of flesh, and steaming viscera. 100 feet away, she located her father, his suit intact but unconscious. She struggled to drag him away, even as predators stalked her from the shadows. As they circled closer, her brother Elwyn suddenly appeared in the old, oversized hazmat suit. He led the otherworldly creatures away, allowing Taurie enough time to pull their father to safety. With the screams of her brother still ringing in her ears, she emerged unscathed, with her sanity intact, which amazed the disciples of the Black Talon. Her father eventually recovered from his injuries, but never again ventured into the bleed. Taurie suffered no ill effects from her time in the bleed, at least nothing physical, but something dark touched her heart, and she had many recurring visions of selfless disciples hunting and sacrificing victims to the Black Talon. She believed her visions were omens, and she was certain she would one day serve the Black Talon in the same way as a disciple. Members of the cult rose through the ranks slowly. Secrets were doled out little by little, and acolytes graduated from one tier to the next. But Taurie rose faster than most and was sent on missions all over the world. She located and retrieved many arcane antiquities and strange oddities, and with each new find, she unearthed more knowledge about the Black Talon. And each time she ventured into the bleed, she felt more of its cold darkness taking hold inside of her. She liked the way it made her feel, imperiously, indestructible, unstoppable, as a trusted servant of the Black Talon. She no longer felt like prey. She felt like a predator. Taurie was single-minded in her pursuit of any knowledge that would help her serve the cult, but not everyone believed in transcendence, and some were even trying to expose the disciples of the Black Talon as a force for evil. Such doomsayers didn't understand that sacrifices needed to be made if humanity ever hoped to ascend to another plane of existence. One such enemy was a paranormal investigator and podcaster who claimed the cult was an instrument of malevolence. This vlogger was determined to unmask them, but she disappeared while investigating a World War II bunker high in the French Alps. Her brother Jordan blamed the disciples of the Black Talon for her disappearance and worked tirelessly to expose them to the world. As Taurie reached the highest levels of the disciples of the Black Talon, she learned the darkest secrets, like how they appeased the Black Talon with a sacred ritual of torture and sacrifice before entering the bleed. Jordan discovered one such ritual was to take place at the grand opening of a new quantum research facility and secretly taped it. He then posted this grisly video online to show the world the malignant evil at the heart of the cult. But the disciples of the Black Talon had connections everywhere, and they used their power to convince the world that this video was a fake, a mere prank among researchers and scientists. They then sent Taurie to hunt Jordan down and end his one-man crusade against them. They told her if she accomplished this, she would ascend to the inner circle of masters and one day become a pure disciple in the Black Talon's domain. Unquestionably and with frantic determination, she located Jordan and rendered him unconsciousness with chloroform. When he awoke, he found himself tied to a chair in an underground complex. Dressed in her ceremonial robe and mask, Taurie approached the young man with a dagger. But having never killed anyone, she hesitated. She didn't know what to say or do. A strange numbness crawled up her neck. Her ears, her face, her lips began to tingle. She just stood there, staring back blankly at her sacrifice, wondering what was happening to her. Killing was easier in her dreams, in her visions. As a spectator, and try as she did, she could not stop her hands from trembling. And just when the masters were about to intervene, she took a deep, calming breath and remembered this sacrifice would usher her into the Black Talon's domain, where she would take her rightful place among other disciples. And so, with renewed conviction, Taurie lifted the ceremonial dagger with both hands, and just before she could plunge the glistening blade into the non-believer's chest, a cold, black fog surrounded them. Everything went black. Time seemed to stand still. She heard muffled sounds and felt pressure in her ears as though she were in the bleed. When at last the fog cleared, her sacrifice was gone, and she found herself in a place of particular night, the Black Talon's domain, not as a disciple, but as a sacrifice. So that's Taurie Cain's bio or her storyline. Now let's go into her perks. She's got And I do like playing her, and I do like using some of her perks. Invocation, treacherous crows. It's in the purple. So it's a very rare perk. One with arcane knowledge has no reason to fear those without watchful birds. When in the basement near the circle, press the ability button 2 to begin the invocation. Invocations take 60 seconds. Other survivors will see your aurora during this and can join in ongoing interaction. Once the invocation is completed, you become injured and gain the broken status effect for the rest of the trial. When a survivor is in the terror radius and the killer scares a crow, their aurora is revealed to all survivors for 2 seconds. Completing the invocation disables that perk for all survivors. Broken prevents survivors from being healed. Remember your training? They taught you all about the crows. Taurie Cain. Her next one is Clean Break. It's in the purple, so it's a very rare perk. At the end of the day, everyone has to look out for themselves. After you finish healing another survivor while being healed by another survivor, press the ability button 1 to gain the broken status effect. After 60 seconds, you become healthy. This perk does not activate if you are already broken. The effect is cancelled if you go into the dying state. Broken prevents survivors from being healed. I'll be fine. Don't stick your neck out for me. Taurie Cain. Shoulder the burden. It's in the purple, so it's a very rare perk. Born to be a disciple, ready to submit to a greater cause, this is your calling. Once per trial, as long as you are not on death hook, press the ability button 2 in front of a hooked survivor to unhook them. When they are unhooked, they lose 1 hook state and you gain 1 hook state. You also scream and gain the exposed status effect for 40 seconds. Exposed survivors will be down by basic attacks, even if uninjured. It's not your time yet. Now go on, Taurie Cain. Let's look at her customizations. You can see the one that's in a green check mark. That's the one that I have on her now. That's the one she's wearing. She's got the bloody Taurie Cain. She's got the cultist punk, cultist rage, cultist rebel, and cultist thug. Also the original Taurie Cain outfit. Now let's go into her loadout. I've been playing her because I wanted to get her leveled up in prestige to level 10. So that was the last character I've been playing here recently on the survivor side of this person's account. And you can kind of see what I have as their items. And for the offering, the Blood Moon event is still going on. And these are the perks that I'm using. And I've actually enjoyed using all these perks. The only one I'm having trouble with is the Chemical Trap. It seems like it doesn't activate as much as I would like for it to. But other than that, I'm enjoying these perks. So that's what I'm using. And like I said, that's the way I've got her dressed. Now, this is at the end of the survivor list on this person's account, what they have right now of characters to use and play with. So this person hasn't bought, and you have to buy the rest of these characters with cash money. So they don't have Alan Wake, they don't have Rebecca Chambers, and they don't have Ada Wong. And so far, this is all the characters that are listed that you can buy on the Dead by Daylight video game. Now, like some of these characters, like Let me go down to one. Like Cheryl Mason. If you go into the store on Cheryl Mason and go into customizations, if you have the cash money, you can buy these other characters, or whatever you call them, skins, I guess is what you call them, to go on this character to play, like James Sutherland, Sybil Burnett. They're all from the Silent Hill series. Lisa Garland, Maria, Alyssa Galibiski, or however you pronounce it, and Princess Heart. Moving on, starting over. You can, like I said, you can go into the store down here at the bottom of the screen, and then go up to customizations on that character, and you can buy other, with cash money, other looks or whatever. I'm thinking, let's go into Valerie or whatever, Jill Valentine. And yeah, it's the same way with her on the Resident Evil series with Day by Daylight. You can buy, if you have the cash money, you can buy Claire Redfield skin, Shiva Alma Moore, BSS AAA operative, Improvinus agent, Revelations gear, Stars uniform, and then that's what I've already got for her. And it's the same thing. We'll go into Leon's too. I'm pretty sure he has some too. Yeah, he does. He has Carlos Alvarera, Chris Redfield, Detective Noor, DSO agent, persistent investigator, and then those that I already have. I'm not sure if there's any other character that does that, but I know those are the ones that I know of that you can do if you have cash money. You can go in and buy their extra clothing or skins. In an event that was before this Blood Moon event, I did get to play Ada Wong and Rebecca Chambers for a little bit in a trial, but they would only allow you to prestige them up to like level 1. I don't know if I did Rebecca, but I did Ada, and I never have got to play Alan Wake. But what little bit I got to play of both of these two characters, Rebecca and Ada, I really enjoyed both using their perks and playing as those characters. It's just that right now, unfortunately, I don't have the money to buy those characters for this person, and they're not willing to buy those characters. So that's why they're not listed, and that's why we don't have those characters. So, anyways, I think the event that I played them on was 2 versus 8 on Dead by Daylight. They have that every so often, and I really enjoy it when they have that event going. I really enjoy playing that event. It's like you get 8 players on the survivor side all together, and then you get 2 killers at a time all together when that event's going on. But anyways, this is my last survivor side introductions as of right now video for Dead by Daylight, the video game, because obviously we don't have any of the other characters. So thanks for all of y'all who watch. Oh, and this one here, I'll show you that. I just remembered that. I think this one here, if you go into the store on him, yeah, he has other skins called Alcalard, Leon Belmont's uniform, Simon Belmont's gear, and then the 2 that I have already earned. So that's the only other one that I know of, unless if I'm missing one that you can go into, and they have other skins you can buy, like for other people, other characters. I don't know if Detective Tap has any or not. He has other skins for himself, but he doesn't. I don't think he has other characters, but we'll read them off. He has Beat Cop, Crisis Ready, Grill Champ, Undercover Cop, and then the two that I've earned for him. There is one missing. I just don't know which character it comes from on the skins. We'll look again at Jill Valentine's because I know I'm missing one of the cop skins. It might be on, that might be why I can't bring it up. It might be like on Alan Wake's or Rebecca's or Ada's that you can get the other skins to other characters too. That probably is what it is. But anyways, I will get off of here. I appreciate each and every one of y'all who like, who subscribe, who listen and watch and share my videos. I appreciate y'all spending your time with me, and I appreciate y'all and thank y'all very much. And I'll talk to y'all later. Until the next one, have a good day and thank you. Bye bye.